Hello everyone, it's me, Lucy Spills. How's everyone doing? So, in this video, I'll be breaking down, that I'm a bit embarrassed to say, I was once a republic, and how Meggy Poos turned me into a true royalist now. So, let's go. Everything I talk about in my videos is my opinion only, so sit back, relax, grab yourself a cuppa or a drink of your choice and enjoy. So about 2 years ago I did do this very video before, but I was like an AI back then. I've found my groove a bit more now. I was always on the bandwagon of we don't need a royal family, it's a drain on our taxes and blah 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 blah. You know, all the usual shit that republics come out with. And oh my god, I'm so embarrassed to admit this, but I actually paid a subscription. You know what I'm like with my speech impediment. I also paid a subscription fee also, which is way more than the royal family cost you, let me tell you. So when I found out about Maggie Poos, I went from thinking her being a total match for Haz, as I could never see him with some kind of aristocrat, to thinking there's something a little bit off about her, then to going from total narc alert within like 5 minutes. So learning all this about Meggy Poos and watching channels like shout out to RDT, I was educating myself about the royal family, as maybe some Republicans should do, because they are our identity, and they put us, what is it? They put us a stamp on the map. They put us on the map, not a stamp on the map. Well, they put us on the map. I'm such an idiot. So it's all a little bit confusing how our taxes work, and it goes into something called the sovereign grant. So I'll stick it up here so you can have a good read. And yeah, so that's how it all works basically. It goes into, it's it basically less than a cup of coffee, like a percentage I read of a cup of coffee goes into the royal grant of our taxes, which is way more than way more than I was paying to be part of the Republican Party. Bloody hell, what am I like? I said way more. I meant way mess. My speech impediment is so bad today. Please bear with me, guys. I paid way less, of course, to the Republican Party. So going back to the royal family and them putting us on the map, there we go, I got it. When we have like coronations and stuff like that, people fill the streets from all over the world just to get that single way from them. And I also didn't know how, like, they donate hundreds of millions to charities every year. I didn't know that. I knew about the Prince's Trust, the King's Trust now, but that's it. That's all I knew. But here's a few more that I didn't know about, and I think some Republicans should look at too. Another thing that I see what I mean, totally love about them is that they don't like brag, and they don't do anything for their own self-ego. Like I said, I didn't know about any of those charities, so they don't like scream and shout about it. Hashtag Meggy Poos, because does she donate anything without bragging about it? Oh no. Does she? It's like an alarm goes off. Look what I've done. Look how wonderful I am. Praise me, everyone. Now, I would have added in there Haz and Meggy Poos' wedding, filling St George's Chapel with people from all over the world, but it was just the Hollywood elite and her mum, which is a good starting point actually of what I was thinking. What is this woman hiding? The, I mean, firstly, it, Skippy, which is a friend of Haz's, which she basically grew up with, was booted out of went to the ceremony, but was booted out of the reception. I mean, who does that? Who invites people to the actual ceremony, but not to the reception? Isn't it the other way around? But no, she booted Skippy out and his wife in order to make room for Imal and George Clooney, who she'd never met. So weird. And are we really thinking that it was Haz's decision to not have Skippy at his reception? Absolutely not. No, they had to make way for a load of people they hardly knew, didn't they? Just for Meggie Poos to further social climb up that ladder that she always do. I mean, the wedding did have the warmth of like a royal wedding, but I did think they were going to start like handing out Oscars mid-wedding because that's how weird it was. It was just for a royal wedding. It was so weird, wasn't it? And yeah, so yeah, and it also and it was also so weird that not we knew a dad couldn't make it for a very valid reason, but not one of the Markles were there, just a man. Oh, and a slight scent of Soho House also. So I had to look further into this woman and started to watch YouTubes and educate myself a bit about her and how deplorable is the only word that came to me then. Deplorable she was becoming to me, let's say. And yeah, so I wanted to learn more about her history, why none of the like I knew her dad couldn't come, but why none of the other Markles were there. Not even her beloved niece, who she's done a good number on and hating her own Samantha that is. And whose fault was it that her niece couldn't come to the royal family? Whose fault is it always in Meggie Poon's own noggin? Oh, I apologise. My speech impediment is so bad. But in her own noggin, it's always the royal bloody family's fault. So, in my opinion, the Markles just didn't fit her image when it came to the royal family. Didn't fit her image. So, they were what? Ghosted, discarded, didn't need them anymore. That is Meggie Poos. That is what I was learning. So it wasn't any kind of wedding. It was a networking code for Meggie Poos. And it was just all, look at me now. I was being axed from Suits, but look at me now. I'm on a world stage, totally embarrassing myself. And how was she embarrassing herself? By pestering Marcus Anderson to meet Haz. That's how they met, through Soho House and Marcus Anderson. Like I've said, not quite the fairy tale they tried to sell us, is it? I mean, what we got 10 different stories previously. I'm going off track again now. So yeah, so it was like I said, a networking code. This has been her life's ambition and it's still going on. It's still to this day going on. So way to go, Marcus Anderson. She met Haz, and it would seem that was her life's ambition, as Nikki Priddy said in I Read Revenge. And Nikki Priddy said, who Nikki Priddy, sorry, is a long time was her long time best friend all through school. Who does she need any more? So what is she? Ghosted. But again, going off track. So anyway, she outed that she has been obsessed with the royal family since like age 7. And she also outed she was obsessed with the late Princess Diana and like overread, her, oh God, I'm so sorry, guys. It's really bad today, but I read her biography over and over again. So it's pretty impressive. She wanted to bag a prince. She wanted to be part of the royal family, but it apparently wasn't the prince she wanted. Apparently, she always had a poster boy in a room was Prince William. Can you imagine? Oh, the feeling would not be mutual. I'm so sorry, but no, she went for the prince that makes a simple point sound like a full podcast series, meaning he lacks a lot of brain cells. I mean, I really think, sorry, just get comfy. Sorry, I really think Meggie Poos thinks the internet doesn't exist, because how did she expect none of her history to come out with a little lie she told in Fiji, where she, paid her way through college and ate sizzlers at the salad bar, had to climb in her own car through the boot. Oh, you don't call it a boot over there, do you? Call it a trunk. I had to climb through the trunk of my car. No, 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 that couldn't be further from the truth. Her father brought her up for 10 years. He paid her way through college, paid she didn't have to get a job, didn't have to do anything, because he was a well respected oh God, it's gonna really bug me now, but some kind of lighting designer. He was very, and he was award winning lighting designer as well, but he liked to stay under the radar. Not much like his daughter though, is he? Now I do know people have mixed opinions when it comes to the Markles, but have they ever? I mean, I don't judge Doria for where she was for 10 years or care, but have they ever outed her for where she was or what she was doing for 10 years? Well, Thomas Marcus Sr. Had custody of Meggie Poos at the time. Have they blackened her name at all? No, and they absolutely could have. So I've held bloody hell, I've held respect for them just for that. So the whole Dear Daddy letter, I mean, did she think the public thought it wasn't leaked? I mean, pre-court this was. And did she think we thought it was authentic also? Because when it comes to authentic, I can't even pronounce the word. When it comes to being authentic and Meggie Poos, they've never bloody met. But the only people that do buy that whole Dear Daddy letter is the sewer squad, her endorsed trolls. Well, I believe they are anyway, totally. And their level of it, blah, 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 again, their level of enthusiasm requires a brain. So yeah, it's just like they don't have one. So and they're like a cheerleading squad for chaos, but it is amazing how confident you can be about total nonsense. God, I'm getting way too ahead of myself with those nincompoops and animated. But anyway, pre-wedding, she did quite the number on her dad, as she set those very pap strolls up with Jeff Rayner. You know, the one pre-wedding that got everyone, she tried to get everyone on the hate train on him, and people did for a long time. And yeah, she continued to work with Jeff Rayner afterwards, so she can forgive Jeff Rayner, but not her ill-stricken father. The math ain't mathing with her. I mean, is it ever? Is it ever? It just ain't mathing there at all. Not, I mean, a narcissist just doesn't care. They don't care. So, of course, she'll continue to work with a pap, which she had to escape the UK for. You know, all the paps that were harassing her so much, and Canada, all the paps that are harassing her there so much. And she had to move to LA, Pap Central. Again, the math just ain't mathing, Meggie Poos. But believe it or not, there is something I've held a little bit of respect for when it comes to Meggie Poos, as she's kept a huge secret from the world. As did you not know, she changed the whole dishwasher, ivory dishwasher commercial from women to people at 11 years of age, all from a letter at 11 years of age. She's never told anybody that. He's sensing the sarcasm through the camera. Funny that, because she single-handedly made every one of my toes curl every time she's bloody mentioned it. I mean, how embarrassing. That's all in her head. That didn't happen. Her dad set the whole thing up for her to make it look like she'd changed the whole advert. I mean, I don't need to tell you about the whole soap advert. You've all heard it 1,000 times too. So this is everything I was learning and was turning me into a royalist at the time. And there was this, I'm going to have to take this to a part two because there was so much more that I learned. The cringy pap strolls, the cosplaying, the treatment of the royal family, and that's what actually turned me into a true royalist today. The list goes on. It just goes on and on and on, and is still going on. But at least I got you covered with the whole soap advert, Anyway, much love. Oh, and can I apologise about my speech impediment today? It's been really off, so thank you for bear with me, guys. And welcome new subscribers. You do not know how much it means to me. Thank you so much. And again, much love.